Getting rid of the original paint color and respraying, that sounds like a risk to me.
And I'm starting to lose the confidence in this paint itself.
Ooh. Oh, it looks good. We are faced with the most difficult choice of the whole entire build. Do we respray the whole entire car? It might sound ironic. Why are you gonna remove the original color if that's what makes the car so special to begin with? Now you're right, but when we're going for perfection, some tough calls have to be made. I was in luck because I knew a shop called Skyline Restoration owned by my buddy Colton. He does some of the best paint jobs I've ever seen, and he's painted countless cars that are worth millions and millions of dollars. So if there's one shop that could tackle this job on the East Coast, it was him. So with that, I sent him the R34 to tackle the job of respraying the whole entire car.
There she is, baby.
Wait, that's my car?
Yeah.
Holy shit, you guys did take it down.
That's your car, bro.
Are you being, what, are you serious? Holy shit, it's like all the way down. Well, it was midnight purple.
I've got OCD with gaps. Transitions and shit. As you can see,
Wow, oh my God. All right, boys, we're here with Colton and we're seeing the car for the first time with the paint sanded off the car. It is one of the scariest but yet coolest things to see throughout the journey of this whole entire build. And I kind of want Colton to talk us through what they've done and talk about certain areas that were pretty scary, because as you guys can imagine, just working on an R34, something like this is just scary in general. But when you talk about stuff where parts and the rarity of parts goes through the roof, and he even said removing the glass is a very, very scary thing on this car. I kind of just want Colton to walk us around, and if you will, kind of take us like front to back. This is my first time seeing the Z-Tune pieces out of the box. There's organizations of it. There's so much to cover, but I just kind of want to walk through it with you a little bit. So why don't you give us a little rundown of what you guys have done so far?
First and foremost, welcome. This is the operation room for TJ's R34. We had the car stripped down. Well, stripped down off-site. A lot of these really awesome components came in these large boxes, which now have all of the original front windshield, rear windshield. We've got a bunch of interior parts here, everything bagged, labeled, and sealed. It's how we do things here. The vehicle had been sanded down with a very abrasive sandpaper. There was a lot of great areas to utilize on this car, a lot of pre-existing material that we can use. The yellow marks that you see, these little pieces of tape, are actually chips or dings. I want to say that they are all, yeah, it's chips. So these guys right here, I'd attempted to sand and buff this car. I'll admit I was unsuccessful in doing such. I'm typically very good at that, and I'll be the first one to admit I whiffed. So here we are, we've got the whole car sanded down. A car like this with the midnight purple paint, you cannot just paint a patch panel or patch job. So as I was going through the vehicle, each time that I found a little chip or nick, I just kind of banked that as a possible area that needs rectification. When you get like 2 or 3 areas, separate panels, it requires a full respray. TJ's got the entire Z-Tune kit on the front of the car, and I'm living this project vicariously through TJ, thank you. We are in the early stages of pre-paint preparation, where the entire nose is fitted. We have a couple gap issues in the front. Nothing too crazy. Keep in mind, these are full carbon fiber reproduction panels. Some of these reproduction panels are not OEM. Nothing is better than an OEM fitment. I get it, it's a Nismo part, but it also is carbon fiber by nature. Carbon fiber parts don't fit as well as their aluminum or metal counterparts. So here we are walking around the back of the car. We get a small piece of rust there, nothing crazy, and scratch, 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 scratch. Successful again with the windshield and the rear glass. A lot of people find that a little unnerving to pull out the glass on this. A lot of window guys, glass guys don't even want to attempt it because they know it's going to break. Not so much the glass being fragile, it's the glues and compounds that they use to seal these guys in from factory. Now they're coming up on 25 years or so, 23 or 25 years, and all that stuff is hard as cement. So it's just that initial prod. As soon as you break that seal, you're able to manage your way around the windshield, and more often than not we are successful. Luckily we are with TJ's car.
It looks so good. Seeing it, when I first walked up to it, I took 3 looks at it. I was like, whoa, the car looks like it's black. There's absolutely no more paint on this car. Well, I mean, it's still kind of here, but it's so sanded down. The car just looks absolutely black. And it's cool. You can kind of see the original color that's hidden between the panels and the glass that has never seen the light of day. And Colton was saying, and I think some of you guys might have questions, you're respraying the original paint. Does that come across like you're going to be devaluing the car? What are you gonna do to make sure that that paint looks exactly the way it was? Because as some of you may know, paint matching is an art. Paint matching a color shifting paint is God's art. And that's something that I think is really cool to kind of see up here. There's a bunch of different spray outs, and on camera, they might all look the same, but I can tell you that in person, to the human eye, they each have their own different shades. And if you saw this just sitting off, you probably wouldn't even notice a difference. But when you have them all next to each other, you can kind of see, and Colton was telling me that when the OEM spray, or when you get the formula for the OEM spray, it's about 80% there. 80%. But the factory, when they shot it, there's a little bit of differences when they shot or something like that.
Well, over the years, you're also gonna have, like, your exposed panels aren't going to look the same shade as the areas that were unaffected by light.
Of the sunlight.
And the paint manufacturer companies, over the years, there's so many different variations in formula based on EPA regulation, and a lot of companies going waterborne. So the strains of these formulas modify, unbeknownst to the client. So the best thing to do is you get that 80% that they give you, and a lot of people are like, oh, that's cool. We're just gonna take the paint that's out from the manufacturer and we're gonna apply it directly on the car. Yet you pull up to a show and your midnight purple looks nothing like the midnight purple sitting next to you, and he doesn't look like anything like the guy next to him. So we're trying to avoid all of that, cut right to the chase, spec the match based on an unseen by daylight area.
Which is really smart.
Which is a direct, we've got, I'm not quite sure, I'll go cross-eyed trying to find which one is the match, but out of these 11 samples, we do have a direct lineup.
Finances can be intimidating. That's why you need Dave. Dave is a banking app, and when you download it, you can get the chance to get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. And that's with no credit checks and no late fees. It's part of Dave's Extra Cash account. Advance the money you need with no interest, and you can settle up later. Extra Cash gives you more money to go to the grocery store, put some gas in your tank, or even buy that car part you've always wanted. And you can even build credit when you settle up on time. Millions have already downloaded the Dave app to make their life easier with finances. And so should you. So go to dave.com/TJ Hunt. That's dave.com/TJ Hunt. And you can get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less with no late fees and no credit checks. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Eligibility criteria and instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve, member FDIC. Thank you, Dave, for sponsoring today's video and helping all of us out with our finances. And now let's get back to it.
Wow, I mean, it's cool even just getting the right angle. Yeah, you can see how they all hit the bronze, but some hit at a different degree. And same thing as we walk around. It's just such a unique paint. And that's one thing that I honestly had hesitation. I was like, well, man, getting rid of the original paint color and respraying, that sounds like a risk to me. I'm very confident that Colton can pull off the job. And man, we're getting a tour ourselves that you guys have already seen in the vlog from months ago. There's so much cool stuff here. They have so much experience, and this is definitely not anything close to the most craziest or expensive car that's ever ran in here. But it's just really cool to see the car in this state, and I really want to document this because this process, this whole build, as you guys know, this has been documented. Man, I got the car a year ago at this point, and this is just how long it's taking and the process that we're taking to make sure it's all done correctly and done right and not rushed to really deliver these videos that you can really see a complete rebuild, and you can see every area from every step to building the motor to whatever. So I'm really enjoying this. It's definitely a little nerve-wracking, but it is so cool to see the car in this state. As terrifying as it was to see that car with no color on it, I was excited. Although I don't know if it showed too much on camera because I was a little freaked out. But now that the original paint is gone, it's time for them to do what they do best and lay down some color.
At some point, I think maybe TJ might want to paint the engine bay. The factory color are matching, not factory, but a matching color to the exterior of the vehicle. There's multiple layers on this. I would assume someone's been in this engine bay before. It's hard to tell because these things weren't perfect from the factory. So we've got the hood off. As you can see, I started taking off some of the tops of the door strips. I've got the rear bumper off. I've got the spoiler off. There's a little bit of a blip or blemish on the back bumper. This could have been one of those times where the factory had a little area of putty and they just needed to put it on there. Because outside of that, the bumper looks good. I can't find too many reasons to call this, or any reasons rather, to call this a respray. But what I do know is that there are some deep random scratches, and I'm starting to lose the confidence in this paint itself. I was lucky with the roof, and I'll prove that out with the rest of the remaining space. But what I've done, again, I've removed the door sills, the door trim. We'll pop off the mirrors, take off the tops of the window felts. I'm gonna go back through, wipe off all the rest of the buffing debris. This vehicle has already been ceramic coated at one point, so it's proved out a little difficult to sand in some areas. But yeah, that's the gist of it. We're not gonna know until we have the rest of this car wiped down. Got the R34 ready to rock and roll. She is ready for our first coat of base, which is black, and then we have to go into a base coat of metallic, which will be roughly 2 or 3 coats of a base coat metallic, and then we'll roll into the clear, which obviously gives the car its shine. So doors are hung up, the 2 front fenders are over there, hood is ready to go. It's also trimmed, lined in a very cool but yet different tweak pattern, if you will. I'm not sure if you'll catch these on camera. There's like these large silhouettes, these patterns here. This has been clocked. This was blended here. There's also additional blends that are on the front door, and each time it was sprayed, then there was another coat of black. The rear of the vehicle, we had rust all the way around these frames. This is all black primer. Sealer we had to put on. We masked it just below this license plate frame here, but all of this had to get reprimed and sprayed and fixed. We had some rust repair on the rear lower rocker panel. We had various dents across each side of the body. The carbon panels had a lot of wave and warp to them on both sides. One last look, everything's clean, ready to go. Part, all of the base coat came out perfect. I mean, the doors, everything laid out mint. Our biggest area of concern was this hood. Throughout the entire process of this hood, there's been inconsistencies of depth of carbon fiber. A lot of the areas of the carbon fiber were just, I mean, virtually transparent. All the material that we put on the hood just to seal it and lock it down sank. So what it did is it started to sink in various areas. You can see some of the shadowing here. We spent more time on this hood than anywhere else in the vehicle, and it was because of small sinkholes that are in this guy here. But everything else, the body-wise, is gonna get taken care of tonight. So this is after the third heavy coat of clear. It came out exactly as we expected. So we've got the doors in phenomenal shape, the fenders laid out super smooth. I actually love the entire transition idea that TJ and I came up with on the fly. We're gonna expose the carbon fiber inner rails. So when you open the hood, you notice these fenders are true, legit Nismo carbon fenders. And what we did was we cut the transition line ever so slightly in the rear. I'm not quite sure if you can see it on camera, it just tapers down. So looking from the top side, you have a complete covered surface all the way 3/4 tip. And then you really don't notice it's carbon fiber until you pop the hood. It's a very cool hidden detail. So the insides of the fenders, everything, again, came out phenomenal. Doors, door jambs, body jambs. The hood, not so much. But we were trying to do, and what we will do, is actually the same idea as those inner rails on those fenders, what we've lined out on the inside of this hood. It was actually gonna be pretty cool. As mid-process of paint, we're gonna peel them and it was gonna expose the carbon fiber. However, that didn't pan out exactly as we wanted it to be with everything else on the hood, so we're not going to take the chance because this product is extremely expensive, so we have one shot at doing it right. The rest of the roof, the quarter panel, all of the rust repair in the rear of the car that we ended up pulling off last minute came out phenomenal. Typically these GTRs don't paint down so far into the body. This is just half of it's black and half of it's base coat. They don't even see clear, but we added the clear just for an additional layer of protection. We've got the gaslit door in place just so the correct color transition flows from the quarter panel and gas tank. That's about it. I mean, it is a late night, so we are gonna shut it down. I'm exhausted. It is midnight, so I guess this would be a midnight at midnight purple. I don't know if that's a corny joke, but let's go. I'm done. And we're back. We've got TJ's R34 in the background. It's all in paint. I'm working on the engine bay right now. He's picking it up tomorrow to head over to Tommy's shop. A little bit of a buff, compound, clean off a little residual, unmask the doors, the windows, so on and so such. Get this thing cleaned up. We've got the hood here, all cool special design on the inside. The doors, the front bumper, the rear spoiler. I got the fender and the other bumper over there, some rocker panels and skirts. About to wrap this thing up and join me for the finishing touches. Ready to go for a maiden voyage? Wow! Actually, it's a sick rig here. So what we're gonna do is load the car in first. We'll put the bumper in the front. Dougie's got his ready to go.
Here we go, dude. Ready to go. Damn, look at this shit in the sun.
It's the first time it's even been out in the light. Front here. We're good on this side. You good over there, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sweet. Keep going.
Yeah, let me come over there.
Yeah.
You guys got it? Yeah, we got it.
Holy
All right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much,
Appreciate
man.
it,
Hell yeah.
I'll
Have fun. Good luck in
get back
Japan.
safe. Thanks, bro.
Safe travels, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See ya.
Or was that a 32 when we drove?
Oh, that's right. The first episode. Start filming, dude.
I'm rolling.
Are you?
Oh, I'm ready. I don't know if you're ready.
Staged because of how
Oh, the backside.
We call this a 34 room now.
Good. I love it. Oh, it looks good. Bay looks.
Everything's new and fresh and nice and pretty.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh, and the Gannies are on there too. Oh.
Damn, this paint's complex.
Oh, it looks so good. And it's like super dark in here too. When we're outside, it is
like walking in
so
is like
different.
black.
Yeah, you guys actually put quite a bit in the bay.
Yeah, when it's everything. Like
Is this the? Oh, that's not the new harness we got.
You know that is.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
So it was brand new.
Brand new. I mean, why don't you tell them how much you paid, and then they won't be surprised that it was brand new.
At least
$6 grand.
This engine harness is a little hacked, some clips were broken and missing, wires were torn. Made him get a brand new one.
We can sell that one, can we? For a decent amount of coin.
We might be able to.
Like a couple grand.
It's $6 grand for sale right now.
I bet sub 1,000 with what's missing, but it's good.
Yeah,
This is way
dude,
cooler though.
This is really cool.
I know. I literally just saw
Yeah, so these are carbon, just painted. Same with the hood.
How's a relief? That's sick. A little holes in there.
Yeah. That was Tommy's idea. Credit to Tommy.
I think it's gonna slay.
It's a nice touch.
Inside of the fender carbon, I think that's a good idea.
What
Because
just
we don't-
happened right there is exactly what will happen. Like this is
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little Easter egg, you know.
Dude, it looks so good.
dude, this looks
All the brand new hardware. Wow. Every car we ever paint usually just has like, painted over hardware.
Isn't that the worst?
It is, but you don't know that it's like not the best look until you see a car that's painted and then has fresh hardware on top. Then you're like, oh.
Dude, that's my like disease though. Is anytime I have something new, everything that touches it has to be new, and it's a disease.
You're like it's gonna be a quick.
and that's how you end up with a $6,000 engine harness.
But that's also why we did this build here, was because I wanted the car to leave with like the, I guess, arrogance of perfection that Tommy does with all these builds, that I just wanted it to be like absolutely.
Sneak this the fuck.
He's like, yeah, hey, good to see you, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Just
just wanted to be perfect.
twist it, you know.
So
Hold on down. Come here, check this out. This is my favorite part, but everyone's gonna see your VIN, but this car is legit, so it's okay. New buttons for the VIN plate.
that is
Brand new buttons.
I was gonna say I do love when people do that. I think I've seen Adam do that a few times on his builds that he's done with you, and I'm like, it's those super small details. Because normally when you see this, a lot of times
They're like
just
yellow.
missing.
Yeah.
Or you'll have one missing and one of them's there, and it's all like yellow and faded. But that looks
Not much we
super
can
awesome.
do. We made it a little ugly for the time being. So
Whoa.
we paint stuff. So
Wow.
took your fine spec.
Whoa.
HKS 2.8, step 2 VCAM. The cover's not on
I
yet.
don't even recognize it anymore.
Nismo Plenum, remade ITB, shout out, remade in USA. 2530s, HKS 2530s.
Which was a really big discussion when we were like trying to figure out what turbo setup to do. So it's cool to see those on.
Everything's jet hot coated, manifold shields, turbo outlets, HKS coil kit, HKS pulley kit. It's got the whole HKS catalog.
I feel like I've seen so many of these motors get built and done in here, and every time I'm like, wow, that's like crazy. But then to finally see like mine provides like a level of happiness and a different smile to my face than ever before, obviously because it's mine. But again, I've seen it so many times because there's so many gnarly things through here.
Are these all ceramic?
I know. I've been staring at it since I saw it.
Well, you want to see my car? I thought you were interested in this.
997s are lame. I don't care about that.
They're the best.
Dude, he's such
This
a
is
biter.
so dope.
He's
This
a
is
biter.
so sick. Oh, yeah. We don't have the VCAM played on because they're covering it right now, or the VCAM cover. But all the HKS bits, a lot of it I forgot. It's been so long since we've done this. But
What
I
don't
didn't-
you remember?
The HKS coil.
Yeah,
I
they're so
don't
good.
remember that we did any of that.
This kit is so good because it seals. You could like dump a gallon of water in this and it won't get to the spark plugs where every other kit pretty much will. HKS timing belt, HKS everything. This is
It's
pretty much the same.
looks brand new. That's what's crazy.
Pretty much the same setup we put in LZ's 32, except you got the Nismo Plenum and he got the GT34R. You got the 2530s. These will make more torque, make more low end torque. We just dynoed Bowman's car at 622 wheel, 577 torque out of these bad boys.
With what fuel?
Ethanol. It'll do like, I think it did 540 on pump, 530 on pump, so it's like 100 horsepower.
Yeah. When we were designing what we wanted this whole build to be, it wasn't supposed to be the fastest straight line car. The idea with this one was to be just really amazing on back roads and canyons. We have the Supra, makes 850. We have, you know, other cars that are super fast in a straight line, but we really wanted to have this be a really usable power band, and we wanted to focus more on carving and tight corners and having fun there than just going fast on straight lines. So that's why, you know, when we're talking about numbers, we're putting so much money into this engine. We wanted it to be like to have super high response, be super snappy, and that's exactly what's going to come out of this. So,
But to be fair, TJ just lied. He said one of the requirements he wanted for this was just to be better than LZs. That's the only requirement I was told. So he just lied.
That's the truth right there.
But realistically, this
Facts.
thing's gonna be
It's facts.
gnarly
It's true.
on the back road.
I was like, whatever it was, it has to be better than Adams. And
It's already got a 2.8, so it's inched up a little because LZ's is a 2.6, and these turbos are gonna kind of put his to shame too. I'm not trying to talk shit, LZ. Please don't publicly attack me and make me a target.
he's going to do something, well, you know, I don't want to say on camera. I'll let him do that.
You want to buy my nice R33?
He'll buff out.
It's on the frame machine.
He'll buff out. Ready to be pulled.
So it's got a GTR front end, so fenders, hood, bumper, everything. Type M skirts, Type M spats, and somebody widened the rear. It was like a drift car. It had an RB25 in it. That was blown up. How obnoxious.
Go back to wherever you came from, not here. Man's been on the road for the past month, shows up.
I said, okay, hurry up, we're waiting.
I know,
Look at
right?
this fucking guy. Stop. What are you
You
buying?
say shit like that in California, but not here.
You fly all the way here to buy a 240? What's up, dude?
What's up, Twan? Doesn't have enough.
What up, Tom?
Ooh, I don't want that loud one. No!
Oh, fuck! Did he do that to you, too?
He literally hit
What's
us
up?
so hard. It's,
I thought that was an LZ shirt.
Dude, so did I.
you want to know why?
Look at the back.
You want to know why?
Did you have the same car?
Oh, yeah, no, because the guy who designed this is now his full-time designer,
me
but he
see.
made this for me over a year ago.
It's weird he made you this. Did he know?
Yeah, no, he knew.
He knew. Keep going straight. Don't turn your head or hit. Turn it like the last minute. Then we stop. Well, that's
Okay. I have 2 inches if you want to start pivoting a little bit.
Yeah, we're good over here.
Alright,
Now go straight as long as you can.
Okay, now go
straighter
this
than
way,
that.
this way.
Go straighter than that. Go slow.
Ooh, there it is. Yeah. Ooh, there's the orange.
Which number is this one?
2.
I also think you should.
Dude, when those tires explode, and then we should just be able to swing it right in. So those ones aren't even the best. Like we use those for the off-roading, but we have these little. Just even Nismo covers.
I had never seen that before.
What? Can you run, jump, and swing on it, and then we play like a wrecking ball or something?
Dude, if that fell, a million
Nothing
views,
would happen.
million view video.
Still like that.
It's terrifying to watch.
That's not yours.
Don't do that. That's a gangster clutch. That's one of my car too. And it's an LZ's 32. And dude, it feels like nothing when you drive the car. It feels like back. So that kit that you're touching changes it from a pull style to a push style because pull style kind of sucks. Yeah, that's
That is so much heavier than it looks. It's just gonna be an arm. You want these
the rear, lower.
You want these out?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
That's
Tastes good.
Look, that's cool.
Wait, let me see.
they're reinforced. You just lick it.
It's real.
Oil.
That's hot.
Those are guap. You kept complaining and saying, I need my car to feel brand new. And I said, the only way it's going to feel brand new is to replace everything. Make it brand new.
So we replaced everything.
So I replaced everything. Ow! That plastic got you, dude.
it was the table. Look at that. I just burned my little thingy.
Look how nice that is. I think they say GTR on them too.
That's sick.
In case you were wondering, that's from a GTR.
GDA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
GDA. It's like, you want to talk about money? Tommy scumbagged me into this one. I said, fine. I was going to do a different wheel, and then he was like, nah, trust. Do this wheel. We've actually already opened this. We have footage of us opening this.
Do you?
already. Yeah.
Do it again, I want to see it.
No, you gotta do it piece by piece.
That's the horn cover.
Wow, sick.
So it makes it look like OEM.
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Wait, you like BRZ, so you must like this and pick this up.
Smell it.
It's close. It's the closest thing that I would
Kind of smells like Porsche.
This hand is clean. I would like to
Real
rub my-
leather. I'm gonna butcher it. I wish Tommy was here to fact check me. There was only so many made, and they sold out like instantly.
This is
Like
Nismo
recently.
from Nissan.
This is a new batch they released. I think within the last 2 years. Mickey bought 2 of them.
Is it weird that I'm
and
more
they're like,
juiced about the Nismo horn button?
so
or
we're not
just
gonna
the-
run that. We're gonna run. So watch.
Yeah,
You
I
could
know.
run that.
Just lay it on there.
Hold on, I want to show you. You can run the steering wheel button. Or, if you want it to look more like an OEM wheel, not like an aftermarket wheel,
Do it.
you can put this cover on it like that.
Yep.
Sick.
So there's no airbag behind it, obviously, but like, it's just the detail on that. And in the aftermarket world that Nismo did is just like, what? So we're gonna go ahead and actually mount the intercooler right now, because before we put all the front bumpers on, the intercooler has to go on.
Ooh. Yes.
I've died and gone to heaven. You ready?
Yeah. Don't. I thought it was gonna be cool, and it's way cooler than I thought it was gonna be.
That looks
That's
sick.
a thick boy too.
She's heavy.
You tasting everything?
It's real.
You out here?
He
You
actually.
told me when we came here that you wouldn't taste everything.
Before we put the intercooler on, we're gonna go ahead and pick out what mounts we want. Tommy has a wall of mounts here, so he just asked me off camera, do we want zinc or do we want black?
Put it in the comments, and TJ can't decide right now and put these on.
Because if we film
We're gonna
this
hold the whole
months
build
ago.
up so you guys can add this.
I think we want to go with the black.
Yeah, I would go black. Just go like this. That drops in, and it's good.
They don't call me the nipple twister
Yeah.
for no reason. Ah, I can't get it.
Okay, hold on. I gotta move the whole thing over a
Go
little
up a little. One more, that's good. Now go in slowly.
What's the TJ curse?
TJ curses every time. When TJ's not here, the people putting in the transmissions like I've never had any troubles. His existence, problem.
Whenever I'm around, transmissions never go in as easy as everyone has ever
So-
experienced it. I've never had a transmission go into like
Like
A90 drift car,
yeah, I do.
Danny's Miata.
everything.
any drift car when TJ was here.
TRZs.
No, when TJ was here, we had a hard time. But you notice how when Dylan was by himself doing it, right in.
Now that the trans is on, we're gonna go ahead and put this in the car. We're probably gonna see what it looks like in the painted bay. Yeah, watch out. There's a lot of spideys in here.
Teed you on that side. Make sure we don't hit anything going in. It's gotta go over. Hold on a second. Go down a little.
Yeah.
Keep
Hold
going. Just go really slow. Creep that bitch. Yeah, put that up over the turbos. All right, keep going. Keep it going.
We're almost on wastegate. Hold on.
No, you're okay. Just keep going. I'm watching.
Okay.
All right, stop. All right.
Yeah.
Go down a little.
More.
You're all good.
I'm okay over here.
Keep going. Just keep it at that speed. Just make sure we don't catch any lines.
There's
Are
like
we
2
touching the studs? Cause
Yeah, your back is like this, so you
back
can
is
just lift the front up.
made
It's mated.
contact.
and the holes are lined up.
Deep in the studs, yeah.
Engine is officially in the car. We're gonna stop here because I can't show you guys too much of all the good stuff going in. The next things we're gonna start doing is put the valve covers on, put on the carbon intakes, and
Yo.
start.
Too much information, dude.
It's fake carbon. It's like 3M wrap, so it's not real carbon. We have a bunch of Nismo parts to finish off this whole bay, and then we're gonna start going into suspension, brakes. We did something pretty cool for the brakes. That's all gonna be in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching this far. Tommy, do you want to end it? I know you really want to end it.
Keep moving forward.
Yes! Yes!
I had to think quick.
He did. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and keep moving forward. I know Colt, but luckily I know a shop called Redline Restoration, owned by my. Luckily I know a shop called Redline Restoration, owned by my own. My ass. I'm gonna do it a what? Is rough?
That was the most brutal time I think I've ever had with you.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're good.
It's all right.
Lock it in, lock it in.
I kind of want to do it again.
You're a professional.
I kind of want to do it again. I'm just trying to really like
Do it again.
explain a couple
You got
things.
time.
Okay.